Hello again, everyone. Jim here with another video update for Beating Obesity. This is just a short one today. I wanted to just give an update what I've got going on this weekend. I haven't posted anything for a little while now. So I just thought I'd give a quick update. Hope you enjoyed that opening little food montage there. This is Sunday, and that's what I've got cooking for tonight's meal. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a ribeye, a really nice looking ribeye that I have in the sous vide, and I got that going. And then I've got in the slow cooker a couple pounds of beef short ribs. And I don't do those very often. In fact, it might be the first time I'm doing those, but they look good too, and they smell good already, so I'll be looking forward to that a little bit later on. Like I said, today's Sunday, and Saturday is normally that's my shopping day where I go and get meat and whatever else I need to get me through the week. And I've been going out the last 4 or 5 Saturdays to the Hasselman Farms. I've plugged them before where I'm buying meat now. I went out there yesterday, and for the first time I bought a bulk package of pork. It was 25 pounds of pork. And I filmed a little video of that pork package, and I'm just gonna play that right now, and then I'll come back to continue on. But so this next footage that you're gonna see of my pork purchase from yesterday, I'm gonna play that right now, and then I'll come back. So this is like Christmas morning because I just bought my first 25-pound pack of pork from Hasselman Farms, and I got it home and opened the box and unpacked it all and laid it out here because I wanted to see, what all it had. And so it's quite exciting. And of course, I'm going to document what I got. So take a look. So let's take an inventory. I got one 5-pound roast. Ham roast. Okay, so there's a ham, 5-pound ham. 2.5 pounds of spare ribs. And then I got 3 packages of pork chops, 1-inch pork chops. So looks like 3 or 4 pounds of pork chops. One little package, 1-pound package of pork for stew. Little package here, I don't know, that's a pound or so, some brats. That's something I don't normally get, but that'll be interesting. 2 packages of smoked bacon. Now, I've had these before and they're very good. 1 pork shoulder roast, 2 3/4 pounds. And then I got some packages of ground pork, 2 packages of ground pork, 2 packages of something called whole hog breakfast sausage. So it looks like buying in bulk this way, I sort of get more of a nose to tail type eating, which is fine. 1 package of hot Italian sausage, which is good. I like Italian sausage, but so kind of glad to have that. And then this is interesting, 1 package of pork neck bones, which is something again, along the lines of nose to tail, I normally would not just buy something like that, but I'll see what I can do with it. I don't know what you do with neck bones, if you just cook them and eat them, or if it's for stew or whatnot, but we'll find out. So anyway, that's my 25 pounds of pork. That's cost $160. So it works out to about $6 a pound. Again, that's a little more than you're gonna get in your normal store, but I like that I can just go pick it up from the farm and support the locals, as I've mentioned before. So that's my pork haul for today, for October. We'll see how long this lasts. Probably pork is my fill-in type meat. I just have a little pork. Mainly I focus on beef. So I'm thinking this will last me more than a month. We shall see. Yeah, so I was pretty pleased with that. I've got a freezer now loaded with pork, and pork, I usually have that as it's sort of my side dish. I'll have usually I'll have beef and pork both for a meal, just to mix it up a little bit. And pork is sort of like the secondary meat. I'll have maybe between a half pound or a pound of pork, depending on what it is, and then mainly beef. So that haul will last me for a while. And down the road, I'll probably then try a bulk buy of beef from Hasselman Farm. But yeah, let's see what else is going on. I'm reading I wanted to share with you a book I'm reading. Probably this is familiar to many of you folks. The Vegetarian Myth by Lierre Keith. What is it? Food, Justice, and Sustainability. Now, Lierre Keith, I'm familiar with her from, I've listened to her being interviewed on many, many podcasts. And I've been intrigued by her story. And I've been meaning to read her book, the Vegetarian Myth. And so I finally purchased it. I got this one a paperback, and I just started it, let's say a couple days ago. Read a little bit each night, and I'm only about 50 pages into it. But I like her style. I like her honesty. I like her sensitivity and the perspective. Honestly, the Vegetarian Myth. It's not just an anti-vegetarian screed. It's really bigger than that. It's really her target is agriculture in general. What it is doing and how it is totally unsustainable. And that could be agriculture, that can be growing grains to feed to cattle or that you eat with your beef. It's just agriculture in general. But she does hit pretty hard at the vegetarian and the vegan ethic, let's say, because she exposes that. She was a vegan or vegetarian and or vegan for like 20 years, so she knows from which she speaks on there, and it pretty much wrecked her health. But I like somebody that is not afraid to change course or change their mind, or who keeps thinking about things, and if you come to the point where you realize, hey, everything I've thought has been a total load of crap, that you change course and you realign your thinking with what does make sense. I'm the same way. I don't mind admitting I was wrong. I'd rather be formally wrong than currently coming up with some oddball justification why I'm correct, or using some illogical argument. You see these all the time, people holding on to the myths. I see it on Twitter a lot with the people trying to use contorted logic to demonize saturated fat or cholesterol, or look, this is just, I've talked about it many times. we've got to move on, and look at the people who are coming at this with a problem-solving approach. And that's why I always point to people like Ivor Cummins, the outsiders, the people coming in to nutrition from the outside. They're the ones that are going to change the dynamic, but it's going to take a long time. So anyway, yeah, I'm reading this book, The Vegetarian Myth, and I've got to say I'm really liking it so far. It's really thought-provoking, and it's going to lead me down this path a little bit further to investigate, what is going on with agriculture and how bad is it. I mean, this ripping up the soil and planting year after year annuals that just deplete the soil of nutrients and cause us to lose the soil, and it's actually quite destructive when you look into it. But anyway, when I'm further down the road, and probably recap this book once I've read it and have more to say on it. But that's what I'm doing right now. What else is going on? Oh, this week is going to be an exciting one. I'm going down to Houston. There's a Low Carb Houston event. The first time for this event to be in Houston. The organizer, Dr. Nadir Ali, cardiologist Nadir Ali. He's organized this event, and he's got a fantastic array of speakers. I have met him and I've interacted with him, and he's actually given me some comments. And actually, I was at Low Carb Breckenridge, and I told my story there, and he sought me out and said, that he thought my story was motivational and inspiring, and that I should come and tell it at Houston also. So with that invitation, and then when I saw that Dr. Jason Fung was originally on the list of speakers for the Low Carb Houston, I got on the bandwagon because I have it in mind that someday I want to meet Dr. Fung, and I was hoping this would be the time. But after I had already got my tickets and all set to go to Houston, then I see on Twitter Dr. Fung said, "Oh, he had another engagement. He's not going to be able to go." So anyhow, it's still going to be a great trip, and I'll catch up with Dr. Fung someday, I'm sure. I just want to someday meet him and express my gratitude for his book, because it changed my life. So yeah, I'm going down Wednesday. This is like a 3-day event, and it's not like there's not an all-star cast. I've got here the list of speakers for the event. I mean, the opening day, there's sort of two keynote addresses on the opening night. Andreas Einfeld, the diet doctor, and Gary Taubes, who needs no introduction, is going to do, I'd say this is the keynote address. The global obesity epidemic, is dietary and animal fat the culprit? So that's quite an opening night. Then Friday, I'm just going to run down the list of speakers. Dr. David Diamond, Marianne Damasi, Ivor Cummins, Eric Westman, and Dr. Gerber. This is the morning session on the first day. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The afternoon session is even more impressive, or as impressive. Amy Berger, Amber O'Hearn, Peter Ballerstedt, and Jimmy Moore. I mean, that caps off the first day. So that's quite exciting. I'm familiar with all these people, and looking forward to hearing all these presentations. The final day, Saturday, He's got Dave Feldman, Dr. Ali, Brett Shear, Megan Ramos, Angela Poff, Keith Norris, Ollie Miller, John Lemansky, Craig Emmerich, Jake Kushner, and Antonio Martinez. Most of those people I'm familiar with, some I'm not so familiar with, but I'm sure I will be at the end of this. What I found, I went to Low Carb Breckenridge back in March, and I wasn't sure if it'd be worthwhile or not, but I just wanted to give it a shot. I was really glad I went, and one thing I found out going there and just being immersed in the topics with the speakers, with the audience for the 3 days and totally focused on it, it gives you a unique perspective, and it really focuses your attention on it. And so rather than just maybe catching some of these on YouTube down the road, and when I watch YouTube videos, frankly, sometimes I'm distracted. Sometimes I do it while I'm driving. I have it running in the car, or I'll do it while I'm also watching TV or eating dinner. I mean, I multitask generally, but seeing it live, I won't be multitasking. I'll be totally focused on it, and it's really the way to get the most out of it. So I'm looking to learn myself. I'm interested in the subject a lot. What I found out in Breckenridge is that people are also interested. A lot of people that attend these seminars are in the medical profession, and they work with sick people or obese people or people that need to lose weight or transform themselves, and they're interested in stories like my own, people who have done something and transformed themselves through diet and exercise. Once I sort of told my story at Breckenridge, it generated a lot of interest. And I think it'll be perhaps the same type of thing here at Houston, I suppose. They do have a segment where they call them transformational stories. I don't know if I'll be participating in that. Possibly, we'll see. But so it's an opportunity for me to let's put it. One thing I'm looking forward to is maybe being able to socialize with people that I know and interact with on Twitter. Learning something from all these fantastic presentations. I'm looking forward to learning something, and maybe sharing my story with people has some benefit. I'm hoping, I don't know if any of my subscribers or viewers out there, if you're going to be at this, let me know. Give me a message, and look me up if you're gonna be there. I know this may be a long shot, but I just wanted to announce today that I will be there in case anyone is in the neighborhood or wants to go. I think I'll be documenting it a bit. I don't know how, if I'll just be taking notes, video when and where appropriate, if time permitting. I did already promise to Mike at KetoMad that if he wants to do some kind of a interview type video, I don't know, maybe if he wants to go over with me specific speakers or topics from this seminar, I would be open to do that. So I'll be keeping notes on all of the talks, and that offer still stands, Mike. If you want to do something, just let me know. But one way or the other, I'll be sharing my observations and experience, down the road at some point, maybe next weekend. So that's about it. Just preparing today to get ready for this trip. Looking forward to it, reading The Vegetarian Myth, and and enjoying life, enjoying my daily meat feasts, and was hoping that Houston would come through and maybe provide me an opportunity to enjoy some warm weather and enjoy the sunshine. But sadly, I don't know what's going on, but Houston has not had a sunny day for like 2 weeks. I've been checking the weather, and it's just been overcast and rainy for 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. And even lately, it's been like highs in the 60s. I mean, for crying out loud, it's almost what I have here in Chicago. So I don't know. I'm hoping something turns around, because I was counting on maybe getting out to some sunshine, some 70-degree weather, and I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But Houston, come on, you got to do something for me. I've been counting on it. So anyway, that's about it for today. I'll try to keep it short today. Just a quick video update. Anybody new to my channel, I just do updates on just what's going on with me. I update my story here and there in terms of how I lost weight, how I overcame obesity, how I'm now a carnivore lifestyle, and just what's going on in my life. That's kind of the purpose of this channel. I know I got a lot of new subscribers after I did an interview on 6 Miles to Supper recently. In fact, that was a couple of weeks ago now. But that generated a big response. I don't know, it's like on her site, on Kayla's site, that got like over, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 views and a lot of comments and a lot of. I noticed a lot of my subscribers went over and checked out her channel, and I appreciate that. I'd requested that you do that, and that kind of interaction, it goes both ways. I know I got many different referrals from her side as well, so I like that kind of interaction, and so I just wanted to give a brief at the end of here, just to say thank you to all the new people who did either subscribe to my channel or checked out her channel. I appreciate the interaction. As always, I appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, all that is good. And that's about it for today. Until next time, I'm going to sign off and leave it at that. Take care, everyone.